To you all. Yeah, welcome to the Tech Community Tech. I hope you're all doing fine. Can you all hear me?
Yes, Mohammed Abdul
Let
Latif, I can hear you.
welcome to the Tech Community Tech series. We are very glad to have you here, sir. I hope people will start joining now because people have a lot of you, sir.
Welcome, Muhammad.
So let's ask thank you, sir. So let's ask how our weekend has been, what we look forward to the next coming week. So let's start with you, sir. Wow. Thanks very much, sir. Who is going next? How is the weekend going? And what's your week? Okay, it seems people are just joining. Okay, so myself, I'm an hardware product designer. So this week has been kind of hectic for me. So I've been resting the whole weekend, but I'm looking forward to design. Like you said, sir, trying to make more.
As A view as AWR AS AY AZ as AP as AT as AV have AWR AS as
Hello, good evening. I'm trying to confirm if this is a network from my hand. If you can hear me, kindly use a emoji sign or you can use the chat box to signify if you can hear me. Thank you. All right, so I guess we have a network breakage from the host. Okay, so I can
Yes.
see Isah. Aliu Abdulkadri, Aliu Abakar, Shehu, please kindly mute your mic. You are saying some things on your background which is affecting the meeting. Thank you.
I'm sorry for the break in transmission. Can you all hear me now, please?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Sorry for the break in transmission. I think that's something we need AI to help us with this issue of network, and I don't know. That's maybe a question I will ask after the session. So I think we are done with the check-in now. So let me quickly introduce the Nupe Tech Community Tech Series. So the Nupe Tech Community Tech Series is a dynamic and engaging event where we plan to invite experts in fields or technological field to come and talk to us and enlighten us on cutting-edge technologies that can actually foster and help the development of the Nupe and society at large. So this is the maiden edition, and this is the first tech series we're having. And we have our expert and speaker with us in person of Alhaji Dr. Salihu Isah Kantigi, an expert in the AI field. I will set your citation before you start, sir. But let me just introduce the Nupe Tech community and our sponsor, Quality Resources. So the Nupe Tech community is like the coming together of professionals, usually Nupe's the founders and Nupes that came together to form a community that can actually leverage and harness the power of community and technology to develop the Nupe and society at large. So the plan is to train and help young Nupes to actually tap into the numerous opportunities in the tech industry. Thank you so much for that. So, Quality Resources is our sponsor for this tech series. Quality Resources is a hub that actually offers ICT solutions, and they help to train young people to acquire soft skill and tech skill in general. And they also advocate for women in tech. Thank you so much. So before I move on, let's quickly run the check-in again. How has your weekend been, and what's your plan for next week? Can you all hear me? Please, if you can just answer, that's the check-in question. Hello, are you with me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you clearly. Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. Okay then. So our speaker, our first speaker for the maiden edition, Alhaji Dr. Salihu Kantigi, is the CEO of SoftTech IT Solutions and Services. He is a successful product manager and software developer with 14 years of expertise in organizing business operations. I can read on, like his his biography is kind of much and the time. But let me mention that he has a PhD in data science and machine learning from University of Texas, Austin, in the United States of America, and emeritus module in artificial intelligence from MIT, like the great MIT. So we are very, very lucky to have him here. He has also developed and implemented more anti-money laundering services for banks across Africa in general, banks in Ghana, Rwanda, Congo, Mozambique, South Africa, and more, using the machine learning tools. So we are very, very lucky to have you here, sir. Thank you so much for being here with us, sir. I think you can start with your slides so we can learn from you, because we don't have much time and we want to learn as much as you can from you, sir. So you can start your slides, sir.
Okay.
You're welcome.
You're highly
Thank you
welcome,
so much.
Alhaji Kantigi. Welcome, sir.
Thank you. So I'm sharing my screen right now. Okay, can you all see my screen now?
Yes, sir. Go on. You can see it, sir.
Oh, okay. Thank you so much, the organizers, um, uh, and also Quaggy Resources for bringing this up for us to learn from each other. As the organizer, the topic of artificial intelligence and its impact on the society. Uh, so I will take us through the impact of artificial intelligence, of course, and how it is actually helping our life, both positively and negatively. As they have said earlier, my name is Salihu Isah Kantigi. Uh, I will not waste most of our time on my biography. Of course, it has been read. But basically, I hold a master's in information technology from the University of Lagos. I'm also a graduate of IB University Physics Department. I have postgraduate degree in AI, machine learning, and also data analytics from both and also uh, MIT and also University of Texas at Austin. And I've belonged to many professions in Nigeria, being a CPN and NCS, which are body of ICT in Nigeria. And from my own side also, I've developed application using AI, artificial intelligence, especially anti-fraud monitoring solution for banks in Nigeria and also some African countries too. So basically, the slide of course, will let us know about what artificial intelligence is, the positive impact of AI in our society, and the negative impact. You agree with me that anything that has advantage also has its own disadvantages too. So I will take us through all this. So what is even AI, artificial intelligence? Everybody know I've been hearing AI, AI, AI. Most of us are not even aware that AI is even in us these days than even activities we carry out every day. So it's just like a computer program, like a normal computer program we normally have. But in this case now, what's the difference between computer programming and AI is AI learns. Like if you develop a website now, the website will specifically do what you ask it to do. But in AI, there is what we call a machine learning. You give it instruction, you train it by giving it data, giving it instruction, then the application will now train itself and also be doing what you feel human being can also do. That is why we call it art. So we have human intelligence, which is what we can do as human, and we have artificial intelligence, which a program is being built to learn and also train on something, and it executes such. So as we all know, we have been hearing AI, AI, AI. Most of us think artificial intelligence is for big companies, maybe big technologies. Of course, yes. Initially, when AI comes to play, it was actually by big companies like IBM's, Google's, and other. But now, as it is now, artificial intelligence are within us morning, night, afternoon. So the artificial intelligence we are also talking about, we have different categories of artificial intelligence. So we have the weak AI. So anytime so we have the weak AI that focuses on one task and cannot perform beyond its limitation. For example, now when you do build an AI application to detect facial recognition. So you are not expecting such AI to go and do biometric. You understand? So weak AI does only what is specifically designed to do. Then we have strong AI that can understand and learn any intellectual tasks that human being can do. So on this, we have researchers that are on this already, and we have super AI that can even do better what human being cannot do. So that's also on pipeline. So let us take the first step, the first one that is very, very, very close to us. Each and every one of us these days, we use smartphones. Everybody will agree with me that we use smartphones. So on the smartphones, we have what we call a face ID. In fact, most of us, when we wake up in the morning, the first thing we do is we lock our phone before we sleep, or even when you are not even sleeping. when you are not using your phone, what happens? You lock your phone. Then when you now want to open your phone, most of us use facial face ID to lock our phone. So what this face ID does is, that's why by the time you want to activate a face ID on your phone, what happens? It will ask you to scan your face. Scanning this face, what it does is it has an intelligence to capture your face. It captures the right side, the left side, the upper side, the chin, the mouth, and every part of your face, and save this information on your mobile device. So that subsequently, if another person comes and want to use your mobile phone or your laptop, most of us that have laptop that use facial ID, you understand, it will detect that no, this person is not the owner of this, rightful owner of this device. So these are things that every day we use, and these are things that actually on us, like biometric tool we use. They are also integrate of artificial intelligence, and those are the things that every day, every time we use that, and we may not actually know that it's an AI. So that is an artificial intelligence machine. Then we also talk about social media. Each and every one of us, even in my village, Kantigi, as small as my village is, most people now do Facebook, they do Instagram, they do anything, way that we are in town are doing now. So the artificial intelligence is not only in town now, or in city now, or it has also come to a rural environment. Now, for example, if you open your Facebook account, the first thing you do is you when you tag, you notice that they will be making suggestion for you, suggestion of some friends. Like, I think few days ago, I added one of my friend, my primary school friend. That's like almost 25 years ago. I added him. We met in Abuja. I added him on Facebook, and all of a sudden, he started pumping out some of my primary school mates that we did primary school together with in Lagos. I was like, wow, this is the power of AI. So what happened is there is what we call a recommendation system in artificial intelligence, in AI. So what the recommendation system do is, by the time you log on to your Facebook now, you add one person, it will now suggest another friends for you. So from there, it will be connecting. Like, for example, now if I'm living within Abuja, for example, most of my friends may likely be friends that will be suggesting to me may likely be friends from maybe Abuja, Minna, Kwara State, Kogi State. That's the state that are within. How are these being captured? The phone you are using have a long-term latitude. So this AI captures these informations, it saves it and say, okay, anytime this person log in, what are this person doing? What are the things you likely always search? So it will now make a recommendation for you. These are things that ordinarily sometimes you just be on your Facebook or your Instagram or other social media. You just see a name will just pop up. When you view, you notice that this person is the person I've known for the past 10 years. How do I come across this? So it's the power of AI that are doing all these kind of things, and they sounds like a magic that we are always doing. So what happened again is it filters most of the things you search on social media. What AI do again is it look at likely things or likely friends that you are searching. If your friends mainly, if you observe this thing, maybe for a Facebook is very popular, for example. The kind of friends you always request for are female, for example. So anytime it's making much suggestion for you, it will likely be female friends that it will making suggestion for you, because female are likely requests you're always making. So these are power of AI that are being within ourselves. Then we talk about emails. Most of us that works in offices, these are things that every day we normally use. We always send an email, we receive an email. So there are some AI tools now that aids our usage of sending email and also receiving email. For example, we have what we call Grammarly. Grammarly now, if you install Grammarly on your laptop, like me, I have Grammarly on my laptop. So anytime I want to compose an email, there are some likely sentence you want to make, and all of a sudden, because maybe you are not versed with the kind of word to use, then you have an error. And most of the time, when you are sending emails out to maybe clients or maybe somebody that look at maybe superior somebody, you have to be very, very careful with the kind of words you are using. So, like Grammarly now, it gives you a suggestion. Maybe you are typing something now, and likely words, it's just the likely words. So you can read through. If it's something you want, then you can just click and it will write those words for you. And again, we have what we call natural language processing. Most of us that have an email, if you look at your email, you have your inbox, you have your send item, you have your junk Then how do we come about junk? Who can tell me? The junk, the junk you have in your emails are artificial intelligence, because there are some email that are spam. So artificial intelligence has been built into even our emails these days, that if you are having likely spams or junk emails that are not relevant to what you are doing, of course it will definitely take it to junk. For example, me, most of the emails I always send are something that have to do with, like, maybe clients, maybe to all the banks like that. So if I'm receiving, somebody will send an email to me, maybe with maybe Yahoo, for example, or Gmail, that is not recognized. Maybe it's the Gmail is recognized, Yahoo is recognized, but maybe I've never received email from such person before. So what my own email will do is to the AI will do is to take it to junk for me and say this email is not likely email that Mr. Salihu can receive. So it will take it to junk, for example. There's even some instances that it may likely even block such emails. So there's what we call the natural language processing, which used to detect emails and also retrieve such. So these are some powerful AIs that have saved us from. So, like recently, I received an email from a company from China. They want to partner with us. So, unfortunately, the email went to my spam. It was when the person has to be sending reminder. So I just wondered, just let me even check my spam. When I checked my spam, I noticed that the email was blocked, and I clicked. The reason why is because it is coming from an unauthorized person from the company that what the email claims to be sent. So those are the kind of power of AI that have been helping us. And you also agree with me, of course, with Google search. Each and every one of us, both on our email, on our laptops or on our phone, we every day use Google. Everybody use Google. If you want to search something, the next thing is, let me go to Google, let me ask Google, let me ask Google. You cannot ask yourself, you are asking Google, where is Google getting this information? So the way AI works, artificial intelligence works in all ramifications, because AI is very large, is very big in all ramifications. It needs data. There is no any way you build an AI application that you don't have data. It cannot just think by itself and generate data. You have to have an input, then it will not be training, then the intelligence will not be getting broad. So by the time you search now, you search your Google now. Maybe you say for example, what is computer, for example. You see numerous answer within a click of maybe a second. The faster the more your network is, you receive much answer that will tell you different type of computers and all that. So where are we getting this information from? It's through AI. AI search all the internet, bring out this information for you, and you can now use them. So you can see that AI are things that we use every day by day. And again, if you can also observe, like me, if I go to my Google page now and I say if I just type what is the next thing, it will bring suggestions for me, because most things I search on internet on Google are things that have to do with software development, maybe AI, machine learning, data science. So if you just type what is the next thing, it will bring suggestions for me and say what is AI, what is, because there are things that I likely search. So if you are a person that search something on how to get food, so anytime you are searching, it will bring suggestions for you, and those are the kind of power of AI. And even if you are not searching, it always brings suggestions for you at every time. The next one is, of course, digital voice assistant. We have this on our phone, like Siri, for example. Maybe you want to, if I want, like, both from my Android phone and also from my other phone, I will just click, okay, say, please help me call Maimuna Manzuma. I don't need to go to my phone contact. Automatically, what happened? The Siri application, which I'm just trying to use Siri because it's something that we are very close to. It will automatically go to my contact, pick Maimuna's contact, and dial it automatically. You understand? So those are the kind of power of AIs and some things that we have been using day by day. We also have smart home devices that have been built recently. There are some that maybe the kind of temperature I set my thermostat or my AC to be. So in the morning, the AC will automatically off itself, because you know that in the morning I always go to work. So by in the afternoon, it will on itself, maybe around 4 o'clock. That when it knows that I will be coming back from work, it will automatically on itself, and it will now be getting code. Then for maybe 8 o'clock before I sleep, or 9 o'clock, it will get coder. So these are the kind of smart things that we have been using. And in fact, recently we also have fridge that have AI in them. So those fridge like most of our fridge, for example, I like food, for example, I like apple so much, apple and watermelon. So by the time I'm getting my fridge doesn't see that kind of maybe apple or maybe watermelon or things that I always store in that fridge. So automatically it will send an alert to me and say, okay, your fridge is about to do this about apple you always store in the fridge is getting finished or something like that. Kindly go to store and restart. So as I said earlier, any artificial intelligence you are building, it need data. You can see that anytime I open fridge, the sensor always says that this man is apple. Every time it's apple and watermelon. So it automatically learn that this Mr. Salihu's fridge is most of the time 80% of the fruit inside his fridge is apple and watermelon. Then we talk about committing to work. Committing to work these days, most of us that stays in Lagos, like me, I was born and brought up in Lagos. I work in Lagos for almost 15 years before coming back to Abuja here. We notice that traffic everywhere. So AI have also helped us with the use of Google Map. I'm not talking about the big AIs this now. We're talking about AI that are impacting on our daily activities. Now, if you look at Google Map, most of the time, if you want to go to somewhere, in fact, there was a time I drove, the first time I drove from Lagos to Niger State. When I got to Kwara State, there is this place they called Iron Quarry. When I entered there, I just got lost because it's been long I passed through that road with so I just go to my Google Map and it lead me through Ilorin town and I bust out to where I'm going to and I led way. So those are the kind of power of AI that you now be asking questions. So anywhere you want to go to in the world, as far as there is internet, just enter the information you want, even within your own town, or maybe most of us that stays in Abuja, you want to go to somewhere. And in fact, the intelligence is even there now, real time online. It will tell you that, don't pass that road, there is traffic, use this route. So there are things that have made our life easier day by day. So that's one of the power tool of artificial intelligence, which are helping us day by day. And if there is any gridlock somewhere, it can even tell you that, okay, weather is so placed. It can detect weather is so placed for you. So, okay, this area you are going to, there may likely be a rainfall at so period. So, all these things are information gathered over the internet, and the machine have learned over time. That's why we have even this weather forecast. The machine will learn over time and give suggestion, and nearly accurate suggestion that even human being may not likely give. Then we talk about the banking sector. This is an interesting area because this is where my domain is. As I've said earlier, I developed my anti-fraud solution for banks in Nigeria and anti-money laundering solution for the banks in Nigeria. So part of what we have done because we look at it that, okay, what kind of AI can we do? Because my solution is anti-money laundering. So what can we do? So we have also integrated. We built the solution from the scratch ourselves. We use an AI to machine learning tool and build it into an AI. So what it does is it detects fraud. You agree with me that most days now we have yahoos, we have people that do internet fraud and all that. So what we have built, we use deep learning to study data. For example, now if you open an account and all of the transaction you have been doing, for example, the transaction you have been doing is maybe 10,000, 20,000, 10,000, all of a sudden you just receive an alert of 100 million. So the application should be intelligent enough to say, since when this guy opened this account for the past 5 years, he has not done transaction more than maybe 50,000 naira. All of a sudden, he's receiving 100 million. So there is a fraud. So the application will automatically detect this thing and block account or make suggestion for the compliance officer to review or somebody. And most of us also use like a credit card. Before you do any transaction, you have to screen it, use our AI to study the pattern of the record the customer have been doing. So irrespective of what you are doing these days, then we should be able to use the tool to study what you have been doing over time, then to now suggest and say, okay, let the transaction go through or this transaction should not go through. So those are the powerful, and we notice that since when the tool have been built these days, we notice that even the fraud for the banking system has reduced. And as I said, this same solution we built, we have taken it recently. Also, we just deployed the same application in Skybank Sierra Leone, and we are also deploying currently again with Skybank Guinea, and we have deployed to all Access Bank subsidiaries too. So you can see that no knowledge is lost. So AI is a powerful tool that, in fact, it has eased our work these days, but also, as I've said earlier, it also have its own negative impact on human beings. Then let's go now on ChatGPT. This one is a powerful AI that just come through. In fact, I think November 2022, right? That was when it was launched, and it has been doing fantastic job for everybody. It cut across all the sectors, health sector, education sector, agriculture. It cut across all the sectors. What does it do? It uses natural language processing tool of AI. What it does is, by the time you post question to it, automatically it brings many suggestions for you. In fact, it even brings solutions. That was why even some programmers, we that were programmers these days, we are even getting angry because at the end of the day, even if you have before, if you have a challenge when you are building an application, you have a challenge when you post the issue on the internet, you understand, it will just give you like a likely solutions. So you now go yourself and start debugging and now copy those code to suit what you want. But with the power of this chat GPT, it makes, if you post a question, maybe it gives you like a direct answer. Like there was a time we were having issue on maybe saving record to maybe one new database like that. I just posted, okay, Oga tell me. The next thing, he gave me the code. He told me how I will implement the code with my own code. In fact, it even asked me that, okay, I even input my own code I've built already. It corrected the code, and immediately I copy it back. It works. So you can see that AI is getting too much. So this I've cut across any questions you have, you can put it there, and it search through the internet using search engine and give you the output or desire you want. Of course, we can talk about AI even in education sector. AI has been built to understand the weakness of some students. Like for example, now you have database of your student. There are some tools that have been built now on AI that will understand based on information you have provided for them. It will understand, look at the integrities of the students. Okay, this student is very good in mathematics, but he's not good in English. He's not good in government or so. So it will now look at the weakness of each student and suggest maybe the kind of textbook they will be reading to now boost their knowledge in the other subjects they have weakness on. And not only the students, it also assists the teachers to also learn the weakness of their students and look at how they can now, because like if you are in class, if you have information, all these things they are not likely things. You can observe it as human beings. Okay, no, Mr. Sally is not good in physics, so, but Maimuna is good in mathematics and all that. You can physically, but how do you allow machine to learn it? Is by collecting this information and put it into the AI tool. AI study it and say, okay, all the students that are lack in physics, for example, these are the likely things you do. Teacher, you give the teacher suggestion. These are the likely things you do for them to now meet up averagely with the student that doesn't know much about it. Then we also talk about the drone. All of us know about drone, and this drone can be used in various aspects of life. It can be used in defense, it can be used in agriculture, it can be used in delivery security. In defense, for example, you can use drone. Unlike before, if there is war somewhere now, what happens is they will just load all the soldiers on helicopter. Oh yeah, go to the Sambisa forest, go to this and all that. So the AI have surpassed that. All of a sudden they may likely even bomb the helicopter, you lost all the life of the soldier. So AI have helped in the sense that by the time you have your drone, if you are dropping bomb, you can put your bomb in the drone. It goes there and drop the bomb. So, and even if thousands of soldiers or hundreds of soldiers. So AI have come to help in the area of defense too, in the area of security. Then we talk about agriculture. In agriculture, when we are having, I remember when we were in village then, our rice farm, you know, before you even spray maybe all these chemicals, all these insecticides, or maybe what's it called, the I don't know the name again. You understand? Before you spray even 1 hectare, the whole you take the whole day. But with the use of these recent drones now, you can just garbage in all these things inside, then you can just send it, and you can just sit there in one comfort of your zone and be controlling it until you be misspreading the chemicals you want to spread. So it is the work in agriculture. We have even AI that do cultivations too, that cultivates your harvest, maybe your maize, your rice, and all that. So you just sit down one place, cultivate it, and give you your product. And we also have delivery. If you want to deliver something else, me somewhere, and maybe you notice that maybe at the middle of the between the two towns, maybe there is a bridge or something, you can also send AI, put it in your drone, and send the location. Just what you just need to do is your longest and latitude of the place it's going to, and it makes your delivery and come back. And we talk about security, which I've said earlier, disaster relief, and also construction companies, where you can use AI to lift blocks to maybe 50-story buildings instead of human beings. So these AI have also helped us across all the sectors we are talking about. Then briefly again, I will talk about the advantage. What I've said earlier is just AI in our daily life, how it is helping us in our daily life. It is numerous. In fact, if you give us 2 hours, we can be discussing, just be going, but just because of time. So now we are talking about advantage of artificial intelligence. One, reduction. It has reduction in human error. Instead of human to make an error, for example, AI, if you have trained your machine very well, it reduces reduction of error. Unlike human being that can make error today, make error tomorrow. So, but as I said earlier, the weak AI is only trained to do what specifically it's supposed to do. Let me give you an example now. Now I can quickly go and pray. I can eat. I can carry my phone at the same time. I can be drinking water. But AI, if you say, okay, this AI is trained to carry phone, so that's what it will do. So it can't do multitask unless if you have a model that can do multitask. There are AI that do multitasking. So it's zero error, zero risk. It doesn't have risk much like that. As I said earlier, of maybe sending drone to somewhere, even if they bomb it, the risk is not as much. Then 247 availability. Unlike human being that you'll be tired. If I work maybe 2 hours now, sometimes I'll be tired. AI is there 247 availability for it to work based on the trained data. So that's why even if you are sleeping, as I've said the example of Facebook I said earlier, even if you are sleeping, AI is
Assalamu
underground
alaikum.
doing its own work and
Hello.
247. Unlike human being that sometimes you also let me go and rest also.
Eh,
Unless maybe if the
na
algorithm
ce na
is
ma
set that
na
okay, at some
na
period it should
fita a
stop.
ofis.
Then digital
So ga
assistance,
ka
as I've said
damu.
earlier. Then we have
Zan
new
dawo da kaina.
inventions, something like drone, like chat
Mm,
GPT I've said
na
earlier,
gode.
Grammarly, that things that are helping us. Then we have unbiased decision. Unbiased decision in the sense that now, if you have an AI tool that want to take maybe job, for example, maybe for recruitment, then there are some AI tools. What you just do is to input those the people you want to recruit, just input their information, where they graduated from, the school they graduated from, their class of degree, you understand, where they have worked, their experience and all that. Just input this information on the AI tool. Then what it does, it will just and say, okay, this person that is suitable for this particular job based on his experience and based on this. But for example, unbiased that I said earlier here, AI does not know Salihu. AI does not know Abdulkadir. AI does not, it doesn't know anybody. You understand? It's just based on the information that is inputted. So, but it will just calculate this information and just say that yeah, it is Mr. Abdul Kadir that is due for this job based on his experience. But if this human being, I'll just, if I'm sitting down now, I'll just see Mr. Abdul Kadir, I'll say, this Abdul Kadir, I don't even like his face. I can now give the job to Amina. You understand? So AI does not have this unbiased mind. It's based on the information you input. It doesn't see your face. It doesn't know who you are. It doesn't. So it just do the task that it's supposed to do. Then perform repetitive jobs. You can use AI to be performing jobs every time, every time. Like for example, the what I've said earlier, like all these Google search, all these you can search something today, you can search tomorrow, you can search and search and search and search. If this human being, you ask him today what is computer, tomorrow you come again, what is computer, next tomorrow what is computer, you ask that, okay, waiting they worry you now, you understand? So you understand, so AI can be done used for repetitive jobs and every time, like human being too. Faster decision making, faster decision making. Like for example, as I've said, just go to Google now, type in something. Before you know, if your internet is strong, it will return the answer for you. So decision making is very fast because the algorithm is already, that's what we call algorithm. The algorithm is built. Mind you, in AI, if your learning or your algorithm is bad, then you should be expecting bad output too. So it also have its own limitation. Then I also talk about you agree with me that anything that has advantage also has disadvantage too, right? So AI too has its own disadvantage, which I just listed here. High cost, of course. You should look at drone now. How much are they selling drones? All these AI tools, they come with high cost, and even the ones that I have to do with software. You understand? Like for example, I'll give you an example. Like in my own company, when we are doing rule-based solution, you understand, the what we are charging was less, but by the time we integrate AI into our anti-fraud solution, then we charge almost times three, you understand, because some of the resources we have built into it and all that. So high cost is there. Then no creativity. No creativity. AI does not have creativity. It is what you train it to do that it will do. If you train it and say, okay, this AI, please just like for example, now if you search, let me just give you an example. If you search, no, let's say we build an AI now for AI for face recognition, and you are now expecting that AI to go and be doing biometric. It will not do. It doesn't have creativity. It does what you ask to. The unemployment, you and I, everybody will agree with me that AI is taking up our jobs. So we have to tighten up. AI is taking our jobs these days. If you go to banking sector now, you understand, you notice that most of the work that you notice that, and it was exposed in Nigeria, for example, immediately after the COVID. During the COVID, people were working at home, people were working at home, and the banking sector was still going. I'm just trying to bring banking sector because that's the area I specialize in. You understand? You notice that most people were the bank was still moving fine. You can do your transactions, you can send your money. So after the era of COVID, people were like, no. So even with the use of this AI tool, we can even do meeting using even this Google meeting we are using now. It's also tool of AI. You can do meeting without physically coming to office. You can be working from home and do that. So you notice that most people lost their job during that period. So, and it's not only in Nigeria, it's cut across all over the world. So that is why I always advise that everybody should go and learn tech, no matter how small it is. Just go into technology, learn one or two things, because that is where the world is going towards now. It makes human being lazy. You agree with me that AI makes us lazy these days? Me, like for example, if I want to type an email, I'll just go to chat and just say, I want to write an email for. Let me even give you one example. There's maybe I want to write a query for one of my staff now. I don't need to bother myself. I'll just say, ChatGPT, please write a query on so thing. It will write the query for me. It's just for me to copy and so it makes us lazy. It reduces our intelligence. Something that you have to crack your brain before you do. This AI have also of course make us lazy. Then of course emotionless. Of course, like for example now, if I'm trained that okay, let me go and fight a war, you understand, and the instruction given to me by our captain is when you go to Sophie, anybody you see there, kill them. So when you train a drone or train a system, anything that looks like human being, you just be shooting them. But if you are human being, when you get there, you are seeing a kid of maybe 2 months old, or maybe a child of 1 year. This kind of emotion as human being will be there. So machine doesn't have emotion. No. Anything you train it to pick,
Thank you so
then
much,
it
sir.
does
We
it
have
fast.
15 minutes left, sir.
Okay. I'm almost rounding up. Thank you. No improvement. of course, no improvement is such that it only does what you ask it to do. If you are asked, if you do a machine learning or maybe AI, for example, the limitation you give it to do, that is what it will do. It is only when you now rebuild the model to do other things, that's when it will actually manifest. Then, as I've said, AI has actually helped us. Recently, I think a few days ago, Elon Musk say AI will eventually create a situation where no job is needed. And this was I think last week. So, and these are people that are experts in AI, and they are seeing the future of AI. And as I've said, uh, even within ourselves, we know that most of the jobs now, in like even my company, there are some jobs that human beings were doing before. We have to automate those systems. And Godfather of AI also, I've also quitted, I think last month, and warned that there are danger of misinformation of AI. So as we have the advantage of AI, then we should also be very careful of the disadvantage part of it. Of the AI. So I will stop here, not to waste much of our time. Thank you so much. I really appreciate for the opportunity given to me. Thank you.
Wow, 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 wow. Thank you so much, sir, for this insightful discussion. Would have loved to even have you for like even for like 5 hours more. We need to learn a lot from you. Like it's like the best tech talk I've listened to in a while, sir. Thank you so much. Because of our time, we don't have much time left. That's why we have to like cut off because we have a lot of questions already. But because of time, we have actually agreed that you will answer the question in the Nupe Tech Community WhatsApp group because we have questions lined up already. So, sir, we would like you to join the group so you can answer our questions concerning artificial intelligence and how we can benefit from it and its impact on society. Because people still have many questions concerning some sectors. We have actually covered a lot of sectors, but we still have a lot of questions. So, sir, we would love to have you in our group so we can ask you those questions. Thank you so much, sir. So right now, I
Thank
think we have like 13 minutes more. So let's immediately ask some questions on the group. One or a few questions. Yes, sir. Come let me check the questions. So the first question is and this question is from Mr. Ahmad. He asked that what are the opportunities in the area of technological innovations? What opportunities can we actually grab? Can we tap in? Sir, do you understand the question? What opportunities can we tap in as students that want to learn
Oh,
about
okay.
artificial? What opportunities can we tap in at our early stage, sir? Thank you, sir.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. As I've rightly said, there are different opportunities you can exploit with artificial intelligence. First is either you be a developer of AI itself to make money, or you be the user. There are some tools that are used. Even people that are doing all these forex, that are doing forex, you can learn about AI on how to enhance it. Then people that are doing marketing too, you can make use of AI, like even your social media, which is already embedded of artificial intelligence to also do your marketing. Learn how to use this social media. Social media is full of AIs, so that you can use to boost your business and all that. And if you are to do the part of being a developer to make more money in terms of being AI tools, there are freelancing courses online that you can learn on AI and also exploit. And I also admit, because there's most people that all have asked me this kind of question, that okay, they also want to go into tech, for example, specifically AI. There is no any how you jump into AI itself without learning things like data science, machine learning before you now get into AI. So before you get into all this, there are free courses, not like before, like 20 years ago that we were learning programming. You don't even know where to go to. You have to go and read textbook. Things are online these days. Just ask, how am I going to use AI for this or this? Then you have those things at your space.
Thank you so much for that answer, sir. Now, the next question, which will be the last question, is that these days we are all like you mentioned, like you advised that we can generate content using AI. We can generate our CV, for example. Now, using AI. Now, if we all, let's say like 10 people that are actually looking for a job, if we all generate our content, our CV using AI, how are we going to like judge between these contents? If we all use the same AI, how are we going to like leverage? How are we going to have the upper hand to be the best since we are all like going into AI? And the other section of this question is that okay now, should we actually look should we actually make AI? Should we allow AI to override our human generated contents? For example, people now use AI to generate lyrics to songs, use to generate stories, poems. You understand? So should we allow AI to actually override human content? Thank you, sir.
Okay, yes, I will start with the last questions. I will agree. I'm also an AI person, you understand? And I will agree that we should not. That was why I bring that disadvantage. It shouldn't be part of what I'm supposed to discuss. That's why I bring the disadvantage. We shouldn't allow AI to take over us. There are some things that you just have to still use your human intelligence because the danger, and that was why the godfather of AI was saying that there is danger ahead. All this information all this information you are giving internet, you are searching this, you want to create content and all that. All this information is gathered somewhere, and the machine are using it to learn. By the time it will bounce back to us, it will be very unfortunate for us. And these are people that are already they are the godfather of AI, father of AI. They know what has been inside. So the information I've gotten to us that all this searching we are doing, all this information we are giving the internet, they are gathered somewhere, and one day they may actually haunt us. So I will also say it's better we shouldn't rely 100% on the AI. We should also use our own human skills to build some things we need to do.
Thank you so much for that insightful answer, sir. So I see that you have actually joined the group. So we continue the question and answer session in our group because we have like tons of questions for you, sir. So, and let me use this medium to announce that the Nupe Tech community will announce and we continue our scholarship for soft skill for our King Nupe and society at large. So we announce the date of the new scholarship. That's the scholarship 3.0, where youth will be we have the chance to learn soft skill and technical skill which can actually aid their development in society. So we will announce very soon. So you should anticipate the Nupe Tech Community Scholarship. It's part of our plans to help the Nupe to put us in the map, the global technical technology map. Thank you so much, sir, for being with us. Thank you so much, Quality Resources. Thank you, Dr. Salihu, Isah, Kantigi. Thank you, Nupe Tech Community. I think we can now go to the WhatsApp group to
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can see I was just added to the WhatsApp group now, so I will definitely answer the questions as it is coming.
So this will put an end to the first series of the Nupe Tech community, the first lecture of the Nupe Tech
Please,
community series.
I want to be added to the WhatsApp group as well.
Okay, thank you, sir. The link, I will send the link, I will just share the link to this now so you can be added.
Okay.
All right. Like my time, but that's what's up. So I will post the link on the chat box now. If you want to be added to the Nupe Tech community WhatsApp group, I'm going to post the link right now so you can join the tech community. Anyway, it's a number and then we're going to okay, so sir, can you please post your number on the chat box so I can okay. The link has been posted to the chat box. You can join the Nupe community WhatsApp group via the link. Check the chat box, sir. Mr. Dejak, do you have a question for us before our time runs out? You can. The link has actually been posted to the chat box. You can join using the chat box. Mr. Abdulgafar Umar.
Okay.
You can all join the Nupe community WhatsApp group using the link in the chat box. Check the chat box. Thank you.
I have successfully joined. Thank you.
You are welcome.
Hello, the alpha, do you say I can ask my question here, or I already posted it on the WhatsApp group, but I don't know if I can ask the question here.
Thank you so much. You can actually ask your question in the WhatsApp group. Our speaker has joined the
Okay,
WhatsApp group,
thank
so
you,
we
sir.
are going to be answering our question.
I just dropped my WhatsApp number to be added to that WhatsApp chat, please. Oga, help me to add it.
Please, the link is actually in the chat box already, sir. You can just click it to join the WhatsApp group, sir. Thank you so much. So we've been rounding up now. Thank you so much. We are grateful. I think you have all learned a lot from our speaker today. We'll be having our tech series every month. So anticipate the next month's session. Thank you so much.
You are highly welcome. We have indeed learned a lot. May Allah increase in wisdom and knowledge. Thank you.
I mean, thank you so much.
Jazakumullahu khair.